Have you noticed how much harder it's become to get up from your favorite chair? Or how those grocery bags seem twice as heavy as they did just a few years ago? You're not imagining things. The truth is, after age 60, your body silently loses up to 3% of your muscle mass every single year. That's right. Even as you're watching this video, your muscles are slowly vanishing. I met Frank last month at a community center. At 68, he couldn't understand why he felt so weak despite looking relatively healthy. "I eat what I've always eaten," he told me with frustration in his voice, "but I can barely pick up my grandson anymore." What Frank didn't realize was that his body was literally consuming his muscles from the inside out. This hidden condition affects millions of seniors, but doctors rarely discuss it until it's too late. By then, the simple joys of life, playing with grandchildren, tending to your garden, even walking confidently without fear of falling, become daily struggles. But here's the good news. There's one powerful food that can help stop this muscle disappearance in its tracks. This isn't some expensive supplement or complicated diet plan. It's a simple, delicious food that you might already have in your kitchen right now. Stay with me, because not only will I reveal this muscle-saving food in just a moment, but I'll also share 6 additional superfoods that work even better when combined with it. The last one might surprise you. It's something most doctors would never recommend. Food number 1, eggs, the magic muscle-building food. The powerful food I promised you. It's eggs. Simple, affordable, everyday eggs. You might be thinking, eggs? Really? Yes, really. Let me explain why eggs are possibly the most perfect food for maintaining your muscles after 60. Mary, a 73-year-old retired teacher from Ohio, called me last year after watching one of my videos. "I've been afraid of eggs for decades," she admitted. "My doctor told me they were bad for my cholesterol." For 20 years, Mary avoided eggs completely. During that same period, she lost nearly 40% of her muscle mass. Coincidence? Not at all. Here's what modern science has discovered. Eggs contain the highest quality protein on the planet. They score a perfect 100 on the protein digestibility corrected amino acid score, which is just a fancy way of saying your body can use almost every bit of protein in an egg to rebuild your muscles. But there's more to the story. Eggs contain something called leucine, an essential amino acid that acts like a light switch for your muscle-building machinery. After age 60, this switch becomes rusty and harder to flip on. The high leucine content in eggs helps overcome this age-related resistance. One study from the Journal of Nutrition found that older adults who ate just 2 eggs for breakfast had 40% higher muscle-building rates for the entire day, compared to those who ate the same amount of protein from other sources. The best part? Eggs are easy to prepare, affordable, and versatile. You can hard-boil several at once for quick snacks, scramble them with vegetables for breakfast, or add them to your salad for lunch. And contrary to outdated advice, research now shows that eggs don't raise cholesterol in most people. Even the American Heart Association has changed its stance on eggs. Think about how much money is spent on fancy supplements and protein shakes targeted at seniors. Yet this humble food sitting in your refrigerator might be more effective than all of them combined. Have you been avoiding eggs because of outdated health advice? Or have you been eating them all along? Type EGS in the comments if you're going to add more of them to your diet after watching this. Food number 2, Greek yogurt, your muscle's best friend. If eggs are the kings of muscle foods, then Greek yogurt is the queen. Thomas, a 68-year-old former construction worker, complained that his arms had become so weak, he struggled to lift his suitcase into the overhead bin on a flight. "It was humiliating," he told me. "I had to ask a stranger for help." Thomas had been skipping breakfast for years, and his muscles were paying the price. I suggested he start each day with a cup of Greek yogurt topped with berries and a sprinkle of nuts. Initially skeptical, Thomas called me 3 months later with excitement in his voice. "I just got back from visiting my daughter," he said. "Not only did I lift my own suitcase, but I helped an elderly woman with hers too." What makes Greek yogurt so powerful for your muscles? 3 things. First, it contains twice the protein of regular yogurt, around 20 grams per cup. Second, it delivers a perfect mix of fast and slow digesting proteins that feed your muscles continuously. Third, it contains beneficial bacteria that improve protein digestion and reduce inflammation. The science backs this up. Researchers at McMaster University found that seniors who consumed high-protein dairy like Greek yogurt maintained 40% more muscle mass over 3 years compared to those who didn't. Greek yogurt also contains something called calcium caseinate, a protein that digests slowly, providing a steady stream of amino acids to your muscles for hours. This is especially beneficial for seniors who tend to lose muscle overnight while sleeping. The best part is how easy it is to incorporate into your diet. Elizabeth, an 81-year-old grandmother, keeps single-serving containers in her refrigerator for quick snacks. She adds a tablespoon of honey and walnuts for flavor and extra nutrients. It takes seconds to prepare but keeps me strong enough to play with my great-grandchildren, she says with a smile. Try this simple muscle-building combination. Mix half a cup of Greek yogurt with a diced hard-boiled egg and a sprinkle of turmeric. This provides a complete amino acid profile, plus anti-inflammatory compounds that protect your existing muscle. For maximum benefit, choose plain Greek yogurt without added sugars, which can trigger inflammation that breaks down muscle tissue. If you find it too tart, add a small amount of honey or fresh fruit for natural sweetness. Have you tried Greek yogurt as part of your muscle-building diet? Type Greek power in the comments if you're going to add this superfood to your meals this week. Food number 3. Fatty fish, omega-3s for muscle preservation. The third powerful food for rebuilding lost muscle might surprise you: fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel. William, a 76-year-old retired teacher, could barely get out of his chair without using his arms to push himself up. His legs had grown so weak that everyday movements had become a struggle. After adding 2 servings of fatty fish to his weekly diet, along with eggs for breakfast, William experienced a transformation that shocked his family. At my grandson's wedding, he told me, "I danced for the first time in 5 years. My daughter couldn't believe her eyes." What makes fatty fish so effective at preserving muscle? The answer lies in its rich omega-3 fatty acid content. These special fats fight the chronic inflammation that silently eats away at your muscle tissue as you age. One landmark study from Washington University found that omega-3 fatty acids increased muscle protein synthesis in older adults by over 30%, effectively turning back the clock on age-related muscle loss. But there's another reason fatty fish works so well. It contains vitamin D, which works like a key that unlocks your body's ability to build muscle. After age 60, your skin becomes less efficient at producing vitamin D from sunlight, and without enough of this crucial vitamin, your muscles can't properly respond to exercise or protein. Margaret, an active 72-year-old who walked daily but still struggled with weakening muscles, started eating sardines on whole grain toast twice weekly. Within 2 months, she reported, "I could feel the difference when climbing stairs. My legs didn't burn and shake like they used to." The easiest way to incorporate fatty fish is to keep canned salmon or sardines in your pantry. These options are affordable, convenient, and don't require cooking. Patricia, an 84-year-old widow who lives alone, makes a simple lunch by mixing canned salmon with a little olive oil and lemon juice over greens. "It takes me less than a minute to prepare," she says, "but it's helping me stay independent in my own home." For those who don't enjoy the taste of fish, high-quality fish oil supplements can provide similar benefits, though whole food sources are always preferable. Just 1 or 2 servings of fatty fish weekly can make a remarkable difference in preserving your precious muscle tissue. Try this muscle-preserving combination. Scramble 2 eggs with a 1/4 cup of canned salmon and a handful of spinach. This breakfast powerhouse delivers protein, omega-3 SAS, and vitamin D, 3 critical nutrients for rebuilding lost muscle. Do you currently eat fatty fish regularly? Type Omega Power in the comments if you're going to add more fatty fish to your diet after watching this video. Food number 4. Berries, nature's anti-inflammatory muscle protectors. The 4th food that can help reverse muscle loss isn't a protein source at all. It's berries. These colorful fruits are one of nature's most powerful weapons against the inflammation that accelerates muscle breakdown. Helen, a 77-year-old grandmother of 5, noticed her arms had grown so thin she felt embarrassed wearing short sleeves. "I looked like I was wasting away," she confided. Helen began eating a cup of mixed berries every morning with her eggs and Greek yogurt. 6 months later, not only did her arms look fuller, but she regained the strength to lift her 2-year-old grandson, something she hadn't been able to do with her older grandchildren. Why do berries have such a remarkable effect on muscle preservation? The answer lies in their rich antioxidant content, particularly compounds called anthocyanins that give berries their vibrant colors. These powerful plant chemicals neutralize the free radicals that trigger muscle-destroying inflammation. A fascinating study published in the Journal of Nutrition found that adults who consumed berries daily had significantly lower inflammatory markers and experienced 25% less muscle loss over a 5-year period compared to those who rarely ate berries. But berries offer another benefit few people know about. They improve insulin sensitivity. As we age, our bodies become less responsive to insulin, making it harder to deliver amino acids, the building blocks of protein, to our muscles. Berries help reset this system, ensuring more of the protein you eat goes toward building muscle rather than being stored as fat. Richard, an 80-year-old with type 2 diabetes and severe muscle loss, was skeptical when I suggested adding a half cup of blueberries to his daily breakfast. At my age, can berries really make a difference? He wondered. 4 months later, his doctor reduced his diabetes medication, and Richard reported feeling stronger during his daily activities. I can carry my own groceries again, he shared with pride. All berries offer benefits, but blueberries, blackberries, and strawberries pack the most muscle-preserving punch. Frozen berries provide the same nutritional benefits as fresh and can be more affordable and convenient, especially during winter months. Try this simple muscle-preserving snack. Mix a half cup of blueberries with a quarter cup of Greek yogurt and a sprinkle of walnuts. This combination provides antioxidants to fight inflammation, protein to build muscle, and healthy fats to improve nutrient absorption. For maximum benefit, consume berries within an hour after light exercise, when your muscles are most receptive to nutrients. Even a 10-minute walk around your neighborhood is enough to prime your muscles to utilize the anti-inflammatory compounds in berries. Do you include berries in your regular diet? Type berry strong in the comments if you're going to add these colorful fruits to your muscle preservation plan. Food number 5, grass-fed beef, concentrated nutrition for muscle building. Our 5th muscle-building superfood might surprise you, especially if you've been told to limit red meat, grass-fed beef, in moderate portions. George, a 75-year-old who had been following a very low-fat diet for years, found himself growing alarmingly weak despite regular walking. I couldn't even pull my suitcase through the airport anymore, he told me with frustration. After adding 4-ounce portions of grass-fed beef to his diet 3 times weekly, along with eggs for breakfast, George experienced a remarkable turnaround. 3 months later, I carried my own luggage through 3 airports on a trip to see my grandchildren. He shared with tears in his eyes. I felt like myself again. What makes grass-fed beef so effective for reversing muscle loss? First, it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs for muscle building in perfect balance. Second, it's one of the richest natural sources of creatine, a compound that increases energy production in muscle cells and enhances strength. Third, it provides highly absorbable zinc and iron, 2 minerals crucial for muscle repair that many seniors are deficient in. A surprising study from Penn State University found that older adults who included lean red meat in their diets 3 times weekly gained 18% more muscle mass from resistance training than those who consumed an equal amount of protein from plant sources alone. The key distinction is grass-fed versus conventional beef. Grass-fed beef contains up to 5 times more omega-3 fatty acids and twice the antioxidants of grain-fed beef. These nutrients fight the inflammation that accelerates muscle breakdown as you age. Martha, a 69-year-old vegetarian who had experienced significant muscle loss, was reluctant to add meat back to her diet. Instead, she focused on eggs, Greek yogurt, and plant proteins. While she saw some improvement, it wasn't until she incorporated small amounts of grass-fed beef that she regained the strength to get up from low chairs without using her hands for support. The ideal portion is smaller than you might think. Just 3-4 ounces, about the size of a deck of cards, provides ample protein without excess calories. Margaret, an 81-year-old with diminishing strength, prepares a small grass-fed beef stir-fry with colorful vegetables twice weekly. It's just a little meat, she explains, but it makes a big difference in how strong I feel. Try this muscle-preserving combination. Cook a small portion of grass-fed beef with abundant colorful vegetables, garlic and turmeric, This provides complete protein for muscle building, plus antioxidants to fight the inflammation that breaks down muscle tissue. Are you including small portions of high-quality protein like grass-fed beef in your diet? Type quality protein in the comments if you're going to prioritize nutrient-dense protein sources after watching this. Food number 6. Sweet potatoes, the carbohydrate that preserves muscle. Don't let low-carb diet trends fool you. The right carbohydrates are essential for maintaining muscle, especially after 60. Sweet potatoes are the perfect example of a muscle-preserving carbohydrate. Arthur, a 78-year-old former athlete, had been following a very low-carb diet because he heard it was healthier. I was doing everything right, he told me with frustration. Eating lots of protein, walking daily, even lifting light weights, but I kept getting weaker. When Arthur added a medium sweet potato to his meals several times weekly, the transformation surprised him. Within a month, I could feel the difference. My legs felt stronger and I had energy again during my exercises. Why are sweet potatoes so beneficial for your muscles? They provide the right type of fuel at the right time. After age 60, your muscles become less efficient at storing glycogen, the energy reserve that powers your movements. Sweet potatoes provide complex carbohydrates that replenish these crucial energy stores without causing harmful inflammation. But sweet potatoes offer another benefit specifically important for seniors. They're rich in potassium, a mineral that helps prevent muscle cramps and weakness. Many blood pressure medications deplete potassium, making this benefit even more important for older adults. A study from the University of Queensland found that older adults who included potassium-rich complex carbohydrates like sweet potatoes in their diets maintained 15% more muscle mass over 3 years compared to those following low-carb diets. The fiber in sweet potatoes also plays a crucial role. It feeds beneficial gut bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids, which reduce the chronic inflammation that accelerates muscle breakdown. Think of sweet potatoes as providing both the fuel for your muscles and the compounds that protect them from damage. Louise, a 73-year-old who struggled with muscle weakness despite adequate protein intake, began including a small sweet potato with dinner 3 times weekly. The difference was noticeable within weeks, she reported. I could climb the stairs in my house without stopping to rest halfway. The best way to prepare sweet potatoes is to bake them with the skin on, which preserves their nutrient content. Eleanor, an 80-year-old with arthritis who found cutting difficult, discovered an easy method. She pokes holes in sweet potatoes with a fork, microwaves them until soft, then adds a small pat of butter and a sprinkle of cinnamon. It takes less than 10 minutes and requires almost no preparation, she shares. Try this muscle-preserving meal. Pair a small baked sweet potato with 2 eggs and steamed spinach. This combination provides protein for muscle building, complex carbohydrates for energy, and antioxidants to fight inflammation. A perfect trifecta for preserving precious muscle tissue. Have you been avoiding carbohydrates because of popular diet trends? Type SMART carbs in the comments if you're going to add sweet potatoes to your muscle-preserving eating plan. Food number 7. Fermented foods, the surprising secret to muscle maintenance. The 7th and perhaps most surprising food for rebuilding lost muscle is one many seniors never consider: fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi. Elaine, an 83-year-old former dance instructor, maintained remarkable muscle tone well into her 80s. Her secret? Every morning she ate 2 soft-boiled eggs alongside a small portion of homemade sauerkraut, a habit she'd maintained for decades without knowing the science behind it. Recent research has uncovered a fascinating connection between your gut microbiome, the collection of beneficial bacteria in your digestive system, and your muscle health. Scientists at the Center for Microbiome Innovation discovered that certain gut bacteria produce compounds that reduce muscle inflammation and improve protein absorption. Here's where the synergy happens. Protein-rich foods like eggs provide the building materials your muscles need, while fermented foods create the optimal gut environment for utilizing that protein. This combination has been shown to increase protein absorption by up to 18% compared to eating protein alone. Jack, a 71-year-old with persistent muscle weakness, was skeptical when I suggested this combination. Nevertheless, he began eating yogurt with 2 scrambled eggs each morning. After just 4 weeks, he called me excitedly. "I don't know what's in this combination," he said, "but I can feel my strength coming back." Yesterday I carried all my groceries without stopping to rest. The science explains Jack's experience. Fermented foods increase the population of beneficial bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids. These compounds reduce the chronic inflammation that accelerates muscle breakdown while simultaneously improving insulin sensitivity, which helps direct amino acids from protein-rich foods into your muscle tissue. Beyond improving protein absorption, fermented foods offer another crucial benefit. They help maintain muscle during periods of inactivity. A groundbreaking study from McMaster University found that seniors with higher levels of certain gut bacteria, the kinds found in fermented foods, lost 30% less muscle during 2 weeks of reduced activity, such as when recovering from illness or injury. This becomes especially important as we age, when even short periods of bed rest or reduced movement can lead to significant muscle loss. By including fermented foods in your diet, you're creating an internal environment that protects your muscles even when you can't be active. Great fermented foods to include in your diet. Yogurt. Try Greek yogurt with a sliced hard-boiled egg and berries. Kefir. Blend it with fruit for a protein-rich smoothie. Sauerkraut. Delicious alongside eggs, or as a side with meals. Kimchi makes an excellent addition to scrambled eggs. Kombucha. Drink with your protein-rich meals. Tempeh, a fermented soy product with complete protein. Patricia, a 75-year-old with severe muscle loss after pneumonia, integrated small amounts of these foods daily. Her physical therapist was amazed by how quickly she regained strength compared to other patients of similar age and condition. Whatever you're doing, keep it up, her therapist advised. To try this powerful approach, start with something simple. Tomorrow morning, enjoy 2 eggs any style with a 1/4 cup of yogurt or a tablespoon of sauerkraut on the side. This easy pairing begins optimizing your gut microbiome immediately, creating a better environment for muscle building. For maximum benefit, choose fermented foods without added sugars, which can counteract some of the positive effects. Plain yogurt, traditional sauerkraut, and naturally fermented pickles are excellent choices. Have you ever tried combining protein-rich foods with fermented foods? Did you know about this powerful synergy? Type gut power in the comments if you plan to try this muscle-preserving combination this week. We've covered a lot today, but the message is simple. Your muscles don't have to disappear as you age. By making eggs a regular part of your diet, especially when combined with gentle exercise, anti-inflammatory foods, proper protein timing, vitamin D, and fermented foods, you can preserve the strength and independence that makes life enjoyable. Remember Frank from the beginning of our video? 6 months after incorporating these strategies, he sent me a video of himself playing basketball with his grandson. I didn't realize how much I was missing, he wrote. Thank you for giving me back my life. Your story can be similar. Start small, perhaps with just adding 2 eggs to your breakfast tomorrow. Each small change builds upon the previous one, gradually restoring what time has taken away. I'd love to hear your experiences. Have you noticed changes in your strength as you've gotten older? Which of today's strategies do you plan to try first? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights might help another viewer who's struggling with the same challenges. If you found this information valuable, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with someone you care about. Subscribe to our channel for more evidence-based advice on aging vibrantly, and click the notification bell so you don't miss our next video on the 3 movements that can rebuild leg strength without leaving your chair. Remember, your muscles might be disappearing now, but they don't have to keep disappearing. The power to change your future strength begins with what you eat tomorrow morning. I'm rooting for you.